Hello. Welcome back to Being in Nothingness. Alright, we're still stuck on Forgotten Switch. I just got an update that Forgotten Switch happens to actually be one of the hardest 5 beans in the entire game. So when I read the Discord message a long time ago with the list of 5 bean puzzle names and which one happened to be earlier and which one had to be harder, in my memory, Forgotten Switch was on the easier side and this puzzle, Paint the Town Yellow, was on the difficult side. But re-looking at that list, it turns out Forgotten Switch is on the opposite end, and Paint the Town Yellow is on the easier side now, which means I made a serious mistake going to Forgotten Switch. Apparently, this puzzle is quote-unquote, well, I wouldn't say quote-unquote. In someone else's words, this puzzle is quote-unquote a hidden 6. A hidden 6-bean puzzle, so it's a 5-bean puzzle that's disguising itself. No. It's a 6-bean puzzle that's disguising itself as a 5-bean puzzle. Yeah, I did say last episode that I was not going to continue staring at this because we already spent quite a long time on this. And so I'm going to move on to this puzzle, which is supposedly easier. Paint the town yellow. So, of course, it looks like I need 4 yellow beans. Okay. I need to somehow generate extra beans. So I can sort of see how that would work. I would need a bomb to destroy 2 icicles, right? And that's why I have 2 yellow beans to begin with. I have 1 as a bomb, and 1 to generate the first icicle that will become... that will freeze the blobs. Yeah. Okay, I think the main problem is going to find a way to make an explosion occur such that icicles... How do I do this? Hold on. Let's just do this for now. I need to find a way to make it so that icicles can both be exploded by a bomb without damage to... well, without freezing the bomb. So obviously this is not going to work, right? Because they're like... a lot of this place is protected by icicle. A bomb is not going to explode here because it will get frozen by an icicle. So there's some obvious issue there. I think I'm gonna have to use these walls to help me block icicles. And also as probably backstops for explosions. So if I could perhaps have an explosion occur... if I had an icicle, say here... I need to find a spot for 2 icicles such that both icicles can be... well, there are quite a lot of criteria. It has to basically be against the wall so that a frozen blob can... so that a frozen blob can... not quite. Yeah, so a frozen blob has to smack against the wall to become an icicle. Alternatively, I guess it could also knock into a bomb. So like one thing that could maybe happen is that I could leave a bomb here. I could icicle and then I could push a blob in. And then this will start one going. And then potentially that would help. That's not easy at all though. Like, I mean, maybe if... see, if I had an icicle here and an icicle here, right? The bomb will bounce against this. It would hit you. It will bounce against the water. It will bounce back and hit you. So like... an icicle here and an icicle here would do okay. If the icicle was already here, which is kind of... actually, that's not difficult. Nah, that might be a bit difficult to pull off. How can I do that? Based on this alone... oh, well, yeah, I can just put them like here and here. Here and here. So here and here. Okay. Can that happen somewhere useful? Like, of course, I'm gonna need the icicle to be here, which isn't possible. Can that happen somewhere more interesting? Like, maybe here? That's kind of difficult. I mean, like, this looks okay, right? No, because I still only have one... I still only have one yellow. I'm gonna need that yellow for the bomb. Unless somehow I use a blob to become a bomb, which could work, I guess. But it's kind of tough to work with. Yeah, after an explosion, basically all the purples remain the exact same. Is that true? I'm not quite sure. I feel like we just need to find a good setup. But maybe not. Maybe the difficulty of this being a 5-beam puzzle is that while the simple method is simply impossible to pull off, I need something else for it. It's like an explosion here. An explosion... Can an explosion happen there? I don't know. So the reason why I want it to be able to bounce off this line is so that an icicle here will shoot its ice into this space, which a bomb will never be able to hit, which is good. Right? I don't know. Sorry, what am I trying to do again? I don't quite know what we're going to do. What about using like the edge here, maybe? No, it's not possible to make... Is it? I mean, technically, I think it might be possible. It's very iffy. I could use a blob to stop yeah, I could use a blob to stop the icicle. But that doesn't feel very useful. If I wanted to do it when no water existed, that would be very difficult, I think. Although technically, maybe this, right? Maybe I just put a bomb here. No, but then an icicle here would freeze this way. Okay, so what I'm going to need is, let's just say an icicle is here first. I need it to be basically pretty maneuverable, so this seems like a better place. Is it? Let's put a blob. Hold on. I want to freeze a blob and put it here, and I want to make another icicle here. Oh, but then there'll be a bomb here. Okay, so let's place you somewhere else. Let's place you there. So icicle here, icicle here. The bomb will be here, bouncing this way and back. The only issue is that there's gonna be some issue with this being... Yeah. So let's try and maybe... Put you there. No. I need a frozen blob here first. I want a bomb here. And then I want a frozen blob here. So the setup is going to basically work like this. No, okay, the bomb then has to be here. This is a double push, and that will not break the ice, which is a fascinating mechanic, but pushing the bomb one down will in fact break the ice, because there's legitimate stopping momentum. So I want this to happen, and will this freeze the bomb or would it explode? Not what I expected. Okay, I wanted you to be here. So that's where the issue comes in. I wanted the icicle to be here, but the icicle is one down. If I had waited a little bit, the bomb could have been tucked in this spot, where this icicle would not have gotten it. Yeah, okay. But then it's difficult, right? Because... Well, it wouldn't be difficult if the icicle were even higher up, I think. Although then maybe we start to get even more problems with the timing down here? Maybe? I don't know. It's possible, it's also not. It's also possible that that doesn't happen. I have no idea until I do the actual set of moves. Yeah, like that. And there you go. I think that's an infinite process I can pull off. And that nets me some beans here. So, have we just found it? Have we found an infinite loop? I think the answer is yes. Yeah, the ingredients required for this is 3 beans, but the net result I get is 4. I think I have to wait a little bit before pushing. No, I have to not wait a little bit at all. Cannot wait, actually. This process is just working. This process just barely works. Okay. Let's try this again. No. Here first. Here. Here. Alright, I'm gonna slowly fill this up. Actually, I think we're done. I only need to do this twice. Because now I have all the beans I need. Okay, there you go. This was in fact a much easier 5-bean puzzle. Cool. Okay. Nice. Didn't take me that long, so that's cool. I don't intend on going back to Forgotten Switch just yet because we do have one more puzzle left in this world to do that we haven't seen at all. Blob Stable. I wanted to leave this for the very end. However, Forgotten Switch it has been a real problem. I don't think I've gotten anywhere close to the solution. Like at all. Like I don't even have a simple idea of how it will work. So I'll come back to it later. Right now, let's see if we can do anything fun in Blob Stable. Alright, Blob Stable. That's my goal. I need to get that. Jeez, look at the list of ingredients here. Look at all the... How many blobs do I have? 11? 2, 4, 6, 7... Yeah, I have 11 blobs. That is a very odd number. But sure. And 3 dispensing areas. I don't know why I need 3, but sure. Look at them all just like... flipping around. I don't know. Alright. So to get you, I think I need a cloud here. Cloud here is interesting because it can in fact be shot by... blob there could also get shot by a cloud here. But this one is more importantly forced to be a blob, I think. But how would I get a blob here? I don't know. It's bomb. I start with 9 red beans. 9 red beans is perfect to put to give me one of everything except a bomb. Maybe that's what I want. Because I can't have all 4. I can't have all 4 because if I had all 4 I need 10 beans. Although I suppose I could make some rollers, kill some rollers, and then generate beans as a result. So I can eventually generate 4 of my own monsters, for my own creatures all at once. Without having to... Yeah, I can duplicate things. So I can use a roller, hit this, and then bomb it for 4 extra red beans, right? Because this cost 0 to begin with. This costs 0 to begin with. A roller costs 4. A bomb costs 1. So it's actually destroying 5 beans for 8. So that's a net of 3. Meaning each blob is worth at most 3 red beans, I guess. It's also worth every utility that a blob would give me, I guess. So a bomb is not actually worth 1. A bomb is worth a lot more than 1, I would say. Anyway, yeah, this is most likely going to have to be a cloud. I mean, I don't know what else it could be. It could be me, but how would I get out? I don't know. I don't know if I don't know if slime counts as second layer. But I'm pretty sure I think I've tried before, right? Getting myself to be on a slime. When I'm on a slime, I'm not technically on all the slime. I can still stand on this spot, but I am unable to move to the other slimes next to me. All slime adjacent to me is always unwalkable, regardless of where I am. No, I haven't tried being high up and walking onto slime yet. Um, you know, because I don't think that situation has ever occurred before in any of these puzzles. There is an editor, so I could technically try it out, but I'll do that on my own time. Right now, I'm trying to solve this one. So cloud here means 2 bombs there? Sorry, not 2 bombs, 2 beans there. Now, how do I get anything here? Like, it's just surrounded on walls. It's just surrounded by walls on all 4 sides. Like, I couldn't get a roller to roll in here. I couldn't get anything in here. Like, at all, actually. If I had icicles, that might prove to be interesting somewhat, but even that's not available. Can blobs help me? Can I get a blob in here somehow? No? What is this? Yeah, no, this just looks very weird. I don't know how to get anything there. I don't see any way to do that. There's also this spot, which is very interesting. But I don't quite see how anything would... yeah, this spot would be useful, I assume, because it's not slime. Oh, sorry, not tiled. This is tiled, though. So this and this are the only non-tiled positions. Could I really get a blob there? Like, how far can a blob can only go this far in by shoving, right? A vine couldn't put anything here because it would need to basically be reached past it. So at least there exists a straight line across the tile. And these walls prevent all of that. Is that true? Is that true? I think so. Like, there's a wall right here and a wall right here, so... Like how we deduced in Forgotten Switch, vines don't have much usefulness in corners or against edges like this. Bombs might work, because the explosions are a 3x3, but I need to put something here for a bomb to do anything useful there. And I don't know what I could do for that. Is there any, like, maybe 2 blobs? Yeah, I can keep shoving blobs in by just, like, putting a blob in and then using another blob to shove a blob. That would not work with other... Can I double shove blobs? I actually have no idea. I don't think I've ever tried that. Okay. Let's do an experiment. It looks like I kind of tried to do that. Okay. Just gotta push you away first. Okay. I can double shove blobs. Look at that. And that is potentially how I'll get something in here. Still though, it's kind of hard to put anything in there, right? But I have a horizontal and vertical input. Maybe that's useful. Like, I could definitely get something here just by double shoving, right? I do this, and I can do this. And basically a very long chain of clouds to just get this to be a cloud eventually. But how would anything go there? Like, even with this new technology. Also, I finally see why we might need multiple entrance points because of this kind of nasty... Yeah, so I can do this kind of thing to get blobs. Basically along this cross. Something else is required to get to these remaining 4 cells. This L shape. I don't have any idea what that would be. No idea at all. This feels conceptual. Or like a concept I don't yet know. I mean, I guess if I stood somewhere in here, it's possible for a roller to roll up here. Actually, if I destroy something here, like if, say, a roller got here and I blew it up, a vine would have to pull out some stuff, right? Yeah, I guess. So a vine could pull out 2 beans from the roller recipe. Give me a cloud recipe here. And now I need to destroy the vine. before it grabs even more beans, and then this will be a cloud recipe at the end. No, yeah, the point is I still don't know how to get anything here. It's just, huh? How? How in the world am I doing that? How am I doing that? Is it a roller? A roller can roll here, right? A roller can roll here from far away. How would that be useful to us? It could hit a blob, turning that into a roller. But that's not useful. There's no way to get a roller to go up. I could blow up a roller in this position and then use vines to get out some stuff. Also, I kind of realized, aren't these blobs really just expendable? Not true, not true. Blobs have their own special properties. But technically, that is the only case where I'll need blobs as blobs. Otherwise, I could just duplicate them by turning them into rollers and blowing them up. Again, we know the maximum value of a blob is 3 red beans. So, you know, besides some very interesting time-based, I think, cases, or if I want to use the property of a blob, as in like a pushable block, then I suppose I'll need a blob as a blob. But otherwise, I can just duplicate it with a roller and then blow it up with a bomb. Which I think I'll have to do eventually. I don't think 9 beans is enough to solve this puzzle. But yeah, I think the idea is that I could have a roller roll in, blow it up, and then use vines. I could therefore turn it into a vine by using another vine to take out 1 bean and then blowing up that vine. So then I have a recipe for vines here, but still no way to get in there. Right? Or am I really tripping? Like, how is there any way to get anything there? I don't know. Okay, hold on. Let me just do a quick test. Yeah, that causes that to be a roller, but there's no movement at all of the blob. This is such a huge problem, like, really, this is such a huge conceptual problem. I don't even have, like, I couldn't begin to generate a problem with the setup because there is no setup I want right now, and I don't know what I need. I can't just go, oh, too bad I can't do this, because there is no this to do. Is this an easier target than this? I think they're both equally as difficult to get as each other. Like, they both seem equally as difficult to get, but they also both seem equally as accessible via bomb. So maybe they're both identical and we kind of want a duplicated setup? Why would I want that? This setup looks infinitely better than this one, or this position. In utility, looks infinitely better than this one. I just have no idea how to get something in any of these tiles. Is this actually easy to get to? Yeah, potentially. Yeah, nothing gets here. I want to know if there's any like diagonal movement possible. Like if I had momentum. Even then, it's still pretty hard to get anything in here, right? Technically, this spot can be done with a straight diagonal, but Have diagonals been used anywhere in this game besides the icicles? I don't think so. What is this? What is this? Also, if I could stand here, I could... I don't know. Yeah, I don't see a single way to get into this puzzle. What? Yeah, what? Wait, what? No way, right? No, there's just no way. There's technically a diagonal line touching this as well. But diagonals, again, not useful. Yeah, I think that it must be maybe a... no, it doesn't have to be. What I'm saying is it's likely like a hidden mechanic with these guys that I've never seen before. Some diagonal movement that's available. But so far, I don't think I've seen any sort of diagonal movement before. What am I doing? Look at this cool little thing here. Yeah, what am I doing? Put a lot of stuff down, but that's not useful at all. So many clouds. Yeah, what is this? Dude, I don't know what this is. I really cannot think of a single way to get here. What mechanic am I like really missing? Is that the puzzle? Of course that is the puzzle to get something there, but it just feels straight up this one feels straight up impossible. Like really nothing gets me there. Which is why I almost said it must be a hidden mechanic. Although I'm sure that it's probably not true. Which is why I retracted that statement. How do I get anything here? I can start with a roller here. I can blow it up. I can use a vine. And then we now have a vine there. Or a cloud. Oh, we don't. Oh. Right, which is why this has to be a block. Yeah, of course. But still, I mean, yeah, we can solve that. We can't solve this. I guess that's technically why blobs are required. They can create monsters on these tiled areas. But still though. Still. I don't know how to get anything in there at all. I'm staring and just what? Just straight up what? There's no diagonal movement, right? There can't be. There's fake diagonal movement, but this is no movement. It's not diagonal. If I extended this to be maybe like 3. Yeah, nothing special happens. You just get this funny thing. Yeah, I don't... What? How do I get anything in here? Yay, I can push diagonal. I cannot push diagonally. Like, really? What is this? Would anything here help at all? Like roll a bomb? Oh, it's not that something has to be here. Well, something has to be here, right? Nothing else could... Like, it has to be a cloud here. I don't know how else I could activate you. Because clouds, for all I have no... I'm pretty sure clouds have no diagonal involvement at all. No, this puzzle will be easy. Has to be cloud here. Is that true? Well, at the moment I don't see any other way to do it, so I guess. I haven't really seen much talk about this level at all in the Discord. I'm kinda... Yeah, I'm kinda suspicious that there's no talk about it in the Discord. Because that means that, I don't know, something's up with it. Hmm. It's like... I don't know. There's something very questionable about this level. Yeah, there's something extremely questionable about it. What is this? Is there anybody get anything there? It's crazy that I kind of begin to start this level. Oh, what? Is it this line? In that case, wouldn't this line be equally useful? Or be equally fruitful? What makes this line worse than that? Why is that a thing? It's like a checkpoint that I need. I can maybe get something here and then... But can I get something there? Could I get something there? There's no straight line. It's gotta be something that isn't a straight line. Is it possible that I go in there and come back out? No, right? There's no way it's me. I don't see how it would be me going in there and coming back out. Although it could definitely most likely be me going in and coming back out. And could put a roller here easily. Actually, is that true? Yeah, I guess. Get a roller here and then another roller to come up here, probably. Would anything here help me get here? Yeah, I straight up don't see. I straight up don't see it. What? What is this? Like what? This should be easy, right? Or at least not easy, but this should be. This shouldn't be the problem in the puzzle, I would say. Anyway, there must also be a reason why I need this many blobs. That isn't just for beans, because like they could have just given me beans. No, blobs actually play a part in this. Don't know why it is though. I do want to know though, like, is it actually a thing? Hold on. How do I do this? How would I do this? Hold on. Okay, this might be a bigger problem than I thought. This might actually be a legitimately bigger problem than I thought. Oops. Can I get in via vine? Can a vine pull me in? Difficult, because how do I get a vine here with extra space down here? Could have been just 3 beans here that I turned into a vine. It has to be a lot more than that. I guess it could be blobs that I turn into rollers. Yeah, okay, we can try that. Alright, so let's start work on some cool, new, innovative stuff. And by innovative, I mean no idea what I'm doing. I'm just pushing blobs around. Okay. So I definitely want a bunch more red beans. Red? Yeah, red beans. Don't know why I got so... So let's start by generating a bunch of red beans. So now we have 12 red beans. Let's do one more for good measure. Oh, wrong monster. I was pretty surprised when I saw that. Okay, that should be plenty. Let's start with using a roller. Actually, I can just use a bomb. Bombs are cheaper. Blow up that. Bomb number 2 blows up that. And this leaves... actually, that can't be a... Oh, that would force a chain. Oh, it wouldn't, because if I had a vine, vine could eat bomb and it would just explode. Okay. There you go, that's a blob in that position with a bunch of blobs. Okay, what happens if that were a vine? So... let's do this, and blow it up. Ooh, okay. Yeah, I mean, sure, take some. Okay, I'm gonna need to set some stuff up. I'll just grab these beans from you. So, how do I spawn this? How do I want to set this up? Let's say I put a blob in this position, ready to blow up the Fine. So, boom, it's now a bomb. Can I pull this sort of thing off? Is this gonna work? Need to wait a little bit, I think. So I'm there, but obviously you can see, yeah, I will actually be stuck. I should go a bit earlier. So yeah, I'm definitely stuck on this tile. It's just, there is just no way. Although, I can stand and shoot now. That isn't going to be helpful if there's nothing to shoot here. So yes, I figured out how to get in this area. Of course, I probably could have put down some beans to get back out. Although, you know, that's not guaranteed either, because I would have to set up a whole bomb system to get me back out as well. So yeah, there's some issue. There's definitely some issue there. Okay, so what do I want then? Like, this sort of movement could never get me onto here, right? Yeah, I know, because the vine couldn't pull me to this position. Oh, and the vine couldn't be here because that would necessitate putting something here, which is we can't do yet. So I guess not. Could being in this position perhaps help me do something? That isn't just shooting, like... I mean, no, I could put stuff here via blob anyway, right? There's no point being here. Unless I can physically alter stuff in these 4 cells. Which I cannot. In fact, I can't do anything here either, because I couldn't stand there. But yeah, I guess it's somewhat interesting. It's not the most interesting. I think I've learned about this behavior before, where I simply can't move into a slime tile, a slime space, regardless of where I am. Meaning I am still extremely... I don't know. I kind of looked at the list again, and Blob Stable was not very high up on the difficulty list. This is not supposed to be that much more difficult than other 5 beams we've done so far. So somehow, I don't know what's eluding me here. Just the fact that I can't put anything here. Like, really? What do I do to put something there? I don't know. Or there, I guess. I'm assuming this is required because otherwise it wouldn't be there, or it would be tiled or something like that. I feel like I need beans there just to be able to shoot it, or get a cloud to shoot it. Right? Yeah. Also interesting that I have 9 beans to start with instead of the minimum 5 that I need to duplicate beans. Because they could also have given me 5 beans, right? 1 for a roller and 1 for a ball. In fact, they could have given me 3 beans, and I would have generated more beans on my own too. I would just need a cloud and a bomb, and technically speaking, I could generate a lot of beans from that. Right? I would need a bigger stable of blobs, but that's always makeable. I can always extend the space out of it, so... The fact that I have 9 beans to begin with is very suspicious as well. And 9 beans is enough to generate 1 of everything except bomb. But I do need a bomb, so like... Of course I need a bomb to duplicate beans, because I'm pretty sure 9 is not nearly enough? Unless the game wants me to just use 9 beans and not duplicate anything. Which is why number 9 is given. Right. Technically, the game could give me any arbitrary number of beans. Could always make more or less. But 9 feels specific, and I feel like that basically means that I should have the ability to do everything with 9 beans alone and without duplication. Is that true? Nah, I'm going a bit meta into this then. This is not true. No, this game has pulled off some devious things, as it is doing right now. It's pulling off something very devious. Something so devious I cannot tell what is going on. yeah, I have to think about this and leave this to a next episode because I have straight up no ideas. So yeah, I guess that's going to be it for this episode. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. See you guys next time. Yeah, bye bye.